Hey guys, and welcome back to another Ready in Minutes workout. Today's workout is all about the goblet. So every part of your 5-step sequence is going to have you working from some variation of a goblet hold. So this is immediately accessible to people that are first starting to work out with kettlebells. And we're gonna do it for 3 rounds total. However, for my more advanced people, I'm going to give you some progressions after the first round to make this a little more challenging for yourself if that's what you need. Otherwise, it's a great workout, it's very simple, and it'll teach you mastery of the goblet across several positions. So that said, let's get to it. Okay, pretty simple, right? So let's dive in and take a look at each one of these 5 steps of the sequence, breaking it down on the most simple level if that's how you want to do it. In rounds 2 and 3, I will give you on-the-fly progressions if you want to make this more challenging. But since at its core, this is meant to be beginner-friendly, let's dive in with beginner fuse and leave the more advanced stuff for down the road. Okay, so starting with our kettlebell swing, we're gonna set up 1 foot's distance from the bell. We're going to hinge over at the hips. Tilt the bell towards us, packing the shoulders back. We're going to hike up and elevate the hips at the same time. After you do this, you're going to thrust and swing. Allow the bell to drop, pull you into a hinge for each and every rep. That's a very brief overview of the kettlebell swing. If you want to dive in a little bit deeper, we have a longer in-depth tutorial going from A to Z on the kettlebell swing in a separate playlist on our YouTube library. If you need it, you can find it below in the description of today's workout. Next up, we have the goblet squat. So there's 2 ways you can get into it. After you park the bell after your last swing, you can just bend over, place your hands around it and pick it up. Or after your last swing, you can throw it up into the goblet position like that. If you want to do the whole thing uninterrupted, this is probably the way to go. So afterwards, we're going to bring our shoulders back, big chest, the bell a little bit out in front of our chest, handle pointing upwards, and we're going to squat down to parallel. We don't have to get much deeper than this. Parallel is good. We have control over it. Pause, make our way back up, and squeeze our glutes. Again, the bell was pointing upwards, a little bit out in front of our chest, shoulders back, head up, nice and tall. Squat down, we hit parallel, we pause, we control it. We own the depth and make our way back up, squeezing our glutes. For the good morning, you can bring the bell a little closer to your chest. The further out it is in front of you, the harder you're gonna work. I have to work a little harder because my mic is magnetic, so if I bring it close, the mic pops off and then you can't hear me. But the idea is to keep it right here and push your butt back with a firm grip on the bell, elbows by your side, control with the straight back, make your way back up and squeeze your glutes. Again, with a side view so you can really see how straight my back is, elbows by the side, big chest, firm grip on the bell, push my butt back, everything's locked in. Again, I control the depth, make my way back up and squeeze my glutes. Once we finish here, we're gonna make our way down to a kneeling position. We're gonna bring our knees together, squeeze our glutes, and press the bell straight overhead. Bring it back down in the goblet position, a little bit out in front of us, handle pointing up, shoulders back. Again, we're sending it up in a straight line over our head and back down. What you do not want to do is lean back to get it overhead. Now, I'm exaggerating, but this is really going to throw off your balance. It's a fairly common compensation for people to do that when they're pressing out overhead while standing up. But if you try to do that here, it's going to throw you off really quickly. So this is also a great way to clean up your range of motion and your form for your overhead press. Okay, so lastly, we're going to sit down on the ground. The bell's next to us. We're going to grab it so that we can hold it in the goblet position, lay down on our back, press the bell out in front of us, get into a dead bug position, so that means our butt is up off the floor, lower back pressed into the ground, and we are going to extend with control and back, alternating the legs for all of our reps. If you're looking to build your core, this is the way to go. All right, and that's it. All right, now let's do it together for 3 rounds total. All right, so for round 1, we're gonna do it the most beginner-friendly way possible with breaks in between and no progressions. So let's start with our kettlebell swing. Set up for it, tilt the bell off its base, hike back, and swing for 10. 8, 9, and 10. Down to the ground. All right, shake it off. When we're ready, let's pick the bell up into our goblet position and squat for 5, pausing at the bottom. So think 1 Mississippi here, make your way back up, squeeze your glutes. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, down to the ground. Take a little break. When you're ready, let's hike it back up into the goblet and do our good mornings. So here we are. Hike it up, a little bit out in front of your chest, especially for me, so the magnet doesn't come off. And we're going to hinge out. Firm grip on the bell, elbows by your side. 2, 2, and 5. Okay, down to the ground. Since the bell's already on the ground, all we gotta do is get down on our knees together, pick the bell up into a goblet position with a firm grip, and press it out overhead. 2, 3, and 5. All right. Let's park the bell on the ground, sit down. When we're ready, pick the bell back up. You're down on the ground. The bell's horizontal out in front of me. Base is facing my legs and the handle is facing towards my head. I'm gonna raise my legs up off the ground and I'm going to do a dead bug for 5 reps on each leg, 10 reps total. Halfway. 8 and 9 and 10. All right, legs forward. Bring the bell down to the ground. And that's the end of round 1. When you're ready, let's get after round 2. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to do the whole thing unbroken. So that means the bell is not going to touch the floor once until the end of the round. So this will present a pretty big challenge for your grip strength and endurance. All right, when we're ready, let's get into position and do our 10 swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and swing it up into the goblet position after your 10. Just like that. Squat for 5 with a pause at the bottom. 4, and 5. All right, let's keep it here, adjust our stance if we need to. Hinge on over, elbows by your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, from here, let's get down onto our knees together, squeezing our glutes, and press it out overhead. 4, and 5. All right, keep it in the goblet position. Spread the knees apart. Sit down. If you can see, I'm in the shin box position, right? Just sit down, create room for yourself. Bring the legs out. Rock onto your back. Press it out. Legs off the ground. 5 on each leg. All right, bring it down to the ground. That's the end of round 2. I've got one final way to make this even more challenging for you on round 3. Take a break if you need to. When you're ready, let's get after it. Okay, so for round 3, if round 2 wasn't challenging enough for you, we're gonna do most of this sequence from a bottoms up hold. So what that means is after you do your swings as normal, everything after will be from the bottoms up goblet position. This is gonna provide considerably more challenge as far as grip strength and stability are concerned. All right, so if you feel up for the challenge, let's do our swings for 10 and then move to the bottoms up hold. All right, so if you're feeling up to the challenge, let's do our swings for 10 and then move to the bottoms up goblet position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After your 10th one, swing up into the bottoms up hold, just like that. Okay, so the bell's a little bit out in front of us, base pointed straight up, big chest. Pause for a second, make our way back up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, something a little different here. We're gonna do a halo and rest the bell between our shoulder blades, elbows out to the side. Now, keeping the bell here, we're going to push our butt back, 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 keep the elbows open. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's finish the halo, bring it back in front. And we're gonna get down on our knees. Knees together, glutes tight, press it straight overhead and back down. You're gonna need a pretty strong grip for this. So if you need to adjust back to a goblet, do so. And 4. And 5. All right, let's get into our shin box, down on the ground, on our back. And now the base is facing towards my head and the handles towards my legs. 5 to each leg. And 5, and 5. All right, up and down to the ground for the finish. Okay, and there it is, guys. An entire workout built around the goblet position with 3 different levels of difficulty. So choose the one that's most appropriate for you, and don't be afraid to mix and match. So take breaks where needed, do bottoms up goblet exercises where it makes sense, and just generally play around and have fun with it. while staying safe, because that's the number one thing. If you're not staying safe, there's no point to any of this. Safety before progress. But that quick coaching bit aside, as usual, have fun with it. Let me know how much you love it or hate it, and I will see you guys real soon on the next one. Stay strong.